everyone. Joe Morton here at the home office of Xango in Lehi, Utah. I'm so thrilled to introduce you to this webinar and introduce to you an individual who's going to be driving Xango's plan. Driving Xango's plan of 3. We'll talk about 3. 3 is a number that you're going to hear quite a lot. I'll tell you, I love this industry. I'm proud to be a network marketer. I've grown up in this industry. I've seen a lot of companies come, a lot of companies go. I've seen a lot of companies try different things, and it comes down to fundamentals. You want success? Comes down to basic fundamentals. And I'm thrilled to be able to introduce Xango's plan, going back to those basic fundamentals of success. A step-by-step approach, of fundamentals to allow any person to succeed, no matter what walk of life they come from. And I'm thrilled to be able to introduce the individual who will be driving this plan. Ryan Anderson has been with us in the past, has experienced incredible things within the industry, within the sales elements of the industry, understands people, loves network marketing, and also is proud to be a network marketer. Thrilled to be able to introduce Ryan Anderson as our Vice President of the US and Canadian markets. Welcome, Ryan.
Wow, thank you so much, Joe. Hey, Xango Nation, it is so good to be home. I don't even know if I can put it into words how good it truly feels to be home. When the opportunity came out for me to be able to come back to Xango, to come home, I jumped at the chance because of what you guys have not only been able to do over the last 12 years, but specifically over the last 4.5 years, how Xango has truly risen above and really led by example, led with integrity, led with vision. And so as we come back and we start talking about the plan and talking about the fundamentals, it's important to me to be a part of a company that as we go out and create the next biggest run in the industry, as we go out and create the biggest legacy company in the industry, that we get back to the fundamentals that not only makes that industry great, but that makes Xango great. So today we're going to dive into some slides, we're going to dive into the meat and potatoes, we're going to get into this, and we're going to teach you guys the simplicity of the plan and how by applying these simple fundamentals, we're going to not only help you be successful, but future generations. So Joe, let's dive right into it.
All right, my friend. Thank you.
So from our voices, I hope you can hear our excitement, but as I go through these slides, I hope you can really hear our hearts, because it's so important for us here at Xango to empower the field to become successful. It's important for us that we empower you as leaders, as individuals, as fathers, as mothers, as brothers, as sisters, and as friends in this industry, that we empower you to find your success. So as we go through the plan today, I want you guys to understand that the amount of money, the importance that we're investing in each and every one of you, the time, the resources, is because we truly believe in the art of partnership, the art of empowering you guys to be better. We want you guys to focus on that. And so as we go through the power of 3 today, I want you guys to focus on those things. But before I do that, I want to tell you a little bit about, and I'm sure that some of you guys who have been around for a while that knew me before, and some of you guys that are new listening to this who don't know me yet. And I look forward to meeting you guys who I haven't met yet. But as I go through this, I think it's important to talk a little bit about my journey, because as I left Xango 4.5 years ago, I went out and I really started to look at this industry, and I really started to understand what this industry is and how great it is. And one of my first steps out of the industry was to a multi-billion-dollar company that had been around for 30+ years. And as I got to sit around the boardroom table of that with some of the executives and leaders of that company, they talked about not products, they didn't talk about compensation plans, they didn't talk about, even promotions. What they really spoke about was the heartbeat of companies, and the cultures was the heartbeat of the companies. And as I sat there, they talked about a particular company that was close to my heart, which was Xango. And so it was really fascinating for me. And then I went to a startup company, and as I started comparing what we were doing with the startup to where we were at previously with Xango, the owner said, "Hey Ryan, quit trying to compare us to Xango. We're not Xango." And that's really been a part of my journey, was really, I didn't know what I had before I didn't have it anymore. And so when the opportunity came back for me to come back to Xango, I jumped at it because it was just an incredible opportunity to be with a legacy company. And I think that as I look at this picture, some of us are sitting, I don't know where you're currently sitting. Some of you are sitting on the fence, some of you are sitting on the greener side of the fence, and some of you are wondering what's on the other side of the fence. And I can tell you from personal experience that there's no greater company, there's no greater founders, there's no greater compensation plan, there's no greater products, there's no greater executive team in the industry than what we have right here at Xango. And I think you guys are going to see this. In fact, I know you guys are going to see this as I go through these slides today, the time and money and resources that they're investing in you, the quality of leadership that we have. And also I want to give a shout out to the leaders of Xango, the leaders that are out there. I mean, I could rattle off the names and lists and I'd be here for an hour. For those leaders that have represented this company so great over the last 12 years to give us a foundation to create the legacy company that we're going to become. And so I just wanted to start there and again, hope you guys hear my heart as I go through these slides today. Well, to do that, I want you guys to understand the fundamentals and really to help you understand that we looked at the industry. We're not just looking at Xango as we're putting together the plan. We really went out and looked at the industry. And, you know, there's been some people and some friends of ours that have literally said that this industry is broken, that it doesn't work. Traditionally, it doesn't work anymore. And it really starts to feed that disbelief and that mistrust that's out there, and it really upsets me. And so I want to give you guys a snapshot of what the DSA is actually doing. This is a 2013 statistic, and obviously today is March 3rd, 3-3, you got to love it, of 2015. The 2014 statistics aren't out, but a good friend of mine at the DSA told me that these numbers and these trends that I'm going to share with you have continued on through 2014. And so this particular statistic that we're looking at here is talking about the gross sales within our industry, and we're just currently looking at just the US statistics. But if you went out and started looking at some of the international markets, Canada and some of the Asia Pacific and even Europe, you're going to see the same type of trends, because out of all of the DSA markets in the world, the US is still reigning number one at $32.67 billion last year in sales, which was a 3.3% increase over the previous year, which grew by 5.9%. And you can just see over the last 4 or 5 years that the trend of the DSA is truly growing. This industry isn't broken, and the companies that are getting back to the fundamentals are the ones that are seeing success and growth. So with that, I also want to show something else that's an interesting statistic as well. You know, the percentage of households that are already, currently the DSA will say that 1 out of 4 homes in the US is currently purchasing a product from a direct sales company. 1 out of every 4 homes, which is incredible. However, how many of the households actually have a member living in it that is part of a DSA company, that's part of direct sales? And this number will actually show you that from 2012, which was an increase over 2011, that it grew by 5.7%. Literally 16.8% of the households in the US, not only are they purchasing products, they've got somebody in the household that is participating and building their own individual businesses. So you can see that the DSA is live and well, it's growing. Now, as we start to look at the trends of the DSA growing in terms of sales and signups and new people adapting to our industry, then comes the question of how are these people being introduced to the business opportunities? How are these people coming into this? And I know that, man, there's been a lot of systems out there, and I'm not saying that they're good or bad, but there's been a lot of systems, and there's been a lot of systems even within the Xango community that's been out there promoting different ways, easier way of doing things. And the thing that I want to emphasize here at this particular point is the plan. We're not saying that this is going to be easier. Network marketing is work. What I am telling you is that I can empower you to be successful. These systems that are out there that will talk about making life easier and simpler, and that you can sit back and the business will build itself, that does not apply. And I've never seen that in my career or even in my lifetime necessarily work. So really, this statistic is very important that you look at this. The number one way that people are being introduced to the direct sales model is face-to-face, person-to-person, door-to-door. I have learned from many of you leaders that are listening to this webinar today, that this is a relationship business. It's belly to belly, eyeball to eyeball, toenail to toenail. This is a relationship business. And then you can see that the party plans, the party plans that are out there, there's a slight decrease over the last 3 years. And then some of the other sales approaches that are out there, some of the radios and newspapers and different things had a little bit of an increase, but they're really staying low, around under 10%. But over 70% of the people that are introduced to direct sales is because of face-to-face relationship marketing. And so the next statistic that I think is really important as we look at our product lines and we look at what we represent as a company, it's important to see what the trends are that are out there. The home, family care, the home, the durables, you know, the big one that I'm going to throw out there is Tupperware. You know, you look at some of those home durable things, you can see over the last 5 years a little slight decline in people from a sales perspective migrating towards those type of companies and those types of products. The wellness industry, which Xango not only represents, we lead in that category. You can see a 5-year increase, year over year growing. The wellness industry is strong, it's booming, and really we're seeing a lot more people taking a lot more notice of the natural industry and how they can take care of their health, how they can live a healthier lifestyle, and doing that through natural products. And obviously Xango has been singing that flag for the last 12 years, and we will be singing that for the next 30 or 40, 50 years as we build a legacy company. Personal care, your skincare companies, I'm not going to call any of them out there, but you can literally see a 5-year decline year over year with sales declining. We're actually seeing some of that. Some of the big names that are out there, they're struggling, they're challenging, they're changing things up, trying to do things, trying to get some of the market share back, but they're just losing a lot of traction. Your services, your energy companies, some of those things, you're starting to see a 5-year increase there. But again, the wellness industry trumps that. And then your clothing companies, your accessories, your bags, certain things. A lot of peaks and valleys there, just kind of ebbs and flows. It's a tough industry because as the fashion trends change, and if the companies aren't looking at 5 to 10 years out from a fashion sense, there's a lot of peaks and valleys, a lot of hard ones. And then the leisure educational ones, they never really grabbed a lot of the market share, but again, they're losing a lot of that. Some of your travel businesses and different things would fall into that. So as I paint that picture, I want you guys to be confidently and boldly going forward with the wellness industry and be proud of what we represent here at Xango. The next one is, I want to get down and dirty here. I want you guys to look at what's really happening. 70% of all new signups never place a second order nor sign anyone up. This is a DSA average across the board. Obviously, when we compare that to where Xango's at today, Xango rates a lot better than that. But think about that. 7 out of 10 people who are introduced to this industry never place a second order, so they've never given the products a chance. And they never sign anybody up, so they never give the compensation plan a chance. And when I look at that statistic, the one thing that troubles me the most is that 7 out of 10 people signed up without a plan, without a strategy, without a support system that's behind there. And that's what we're really going to talk about today. 98% of those who achieve $500 a month are actively building the business 1 year later. What does that mean? If I can help somebody in my business get to $500 a month, just $500 a month, you think about that. Some of us are thinking, maybe that's not enough money. But a lot of us out there are thinking, I can pay credit cards off. I can do so much more. In fact, in 2010, 80% of the foreclosures that happened could have been prevented with just an additional $500 a month. And so that statistic there of 90% of those who achieve just $500 a month are still actively building the business 1 year later is important to understand, because it creates belief, it creates security, peace of mind, all of those things that make this industry so wonderful. So I want you to remember those two statistics, tongue twister there, as I go through this slide deck here. I want you guys to think about those, because that's really what we built this plan upon, getting back to the fundamentals. Let's look at Xango. Over the last 12 years, Xango has literally helped over 170,000 people earn $1,000 or more in a single month. Now, a lot of times we talk about and we tout over 140 millionaires that we've created in 12 years, but we never really step back and look at what Xango has really helped. What does that mean? 140 millionaires, what does that truly mean? And a lot of times skeptics that are looking at our industry, they only talk about, well, only the people at the top make money. And so I think it's important that we look at these numbers. Xango has helped over 170,000 or more people earn $1,000 or more in a single month. What does that mean? I mean, we've literally paid for college tuitions. We paid off cars. We've paid off homes. We've given people retirement. We've given people lifestyle that they never could have ever imagined. And we don't talk about the millions or the hundreds of thousands of dollars that they've earned. We literally just talking about just that, what that peace of mind, that extra $1,000 a month has done. And over 250,000, more than 250,000 people has put more than $500 in their pocket in a single month. And when you think about that, wow, that's incredible. And I ask you this question, what would an additional $500 a month mean to you and your family this month? What would you do with it? I remember once I was sitting down with a young woman, a mother, who I asked that question to, and she started to cry, and she said, you know, Ryan, my husband every morning gets up at 5 o'clock in the morning, gets in his truck, and drives an hour and a half to work on bald tires. And I can't wait for the phone to ring for him to tell me that he made it to work, because I just sit there on the edge of my seat knowing that one day I'm going to get that phone call that he didn't make it to work because he had a blowout and had an accident or something. Just think about that $500 a month. What would that mean for you and your family, but more importantly, those people that we care about in our life? So, without further ado, I want to introduce you to the power of three. I am so excited. This is everything that I've studied in the industry, everything that the founders and the executive team and the top leaders of this company have longed for, have worked with, is literally the plan. I am so proud and honored to introduce to you today the power of three. So with that, let others lead small lives, but not you. Let others argue over small things, but not you. Let others cry over small hurts, but not you. Let others leave their futures in somebody else's hands, but not you. From our good friend, Jim Rohn. And as we talk about that quote, literally the power of three is about you, the company empowering you to take charge, to be able to rush to your success, to be able to look at and format your success plan. So, ladies and gentlemen, let's take control. The product strategy. So there's no real place to start with the plan, because a true plan, a true success model doesn't have a beginning and it doesn't have an end. It's literally a circle of success. And so we're going to dive in and talk about the products. Now, Xango has an incredible lineup of products. I truly believe that I could take any one of these product lines and I could go out and start up a company just based on those products, and I could find success. I truly believe that. So as I talk about our product strategy today, I don't want you to think that we're picking favorites here or that we're choosing one over another. It's simply, what are the products that we can plug into a plan and be able to go out and help people find success. And so, and to illustrate this a little bit, you know, I've been really blessed and fortunate over the last 4.5 years that as Xango's come out with new products, I've had great family and friends that's been with the company that shared the products with me. And so I've been able to see these products and the impacts that they've had on the marketplace and personally in my own life. But when the first day I started here a few weeks ago, the executive team as a gift gave me one of everything. And so I went home and I put everything out on the kitchen table. Now, mind you, when I left, there was the Xango juice, there was the Elavive, there was the Glimpse, the Junie line was just being introduced. We had 365, but there was nothing else. The Faveo, the XALO, the Precise line, the essential oils, there was none of that here. And so, you know, as I sat down, I said, I want to become a product of the product. I believe in that. I believe in creating your own story. I believe in understanding what these products do for you. And so as I laid everything out, I didn't know where to start. I didn't know how to start the products. And so when I came back in the next day, we started talking about the efficacy of products and hook products. And you're going to hear me say that a lot if you're around me, talking about hook products, products that I don't need to know the science about, products that I can literally give you a product and you feel the difference, and all I have to do with you is share the story, which leads me into these 3 products. Now, when these 3 products were introduced to me, they were introduced as a workout product, as a product you take before you work out, during the workout, and after the workout. Well, when you guys see me and you see what a fine specimen I am, you'll know that I don't work out. And so these products, although intriguing, weren't things that I had added to my daily regimen. So when we came back and started talking about these products, we really understood the science and the stories behind them. Wow, it's incredible. They're simple. The daily regimen for 30 days, immediate results. They're versatile for all ages. 18 to 180 can take these. They taste great. They fit in 100, 200, 400 PV models. Literally, these are products that I can give you and you'll feel immediately. And so then we started talking about, well, what's the daily regimen? How should that work? And so as we started to talk about the stories, not the science, but the stories behind these products, the Ignite is the perfect product to take first thing in the morning to wake me up. The cardiovascular health, the way that the product helps you release the body's natural energy first thing in the morning to get the blood flowing, to get the blood circulating. This is the perfect product to start your day off right. And then, you know, the Limitless was always pitched to me as an energy drink. But as I sat down with our CMO, Yoko, and she started talking about the product development of this product was literally created to help you from a mental clarity, from a focus, from a vision. The energy is just a natural side effect. The calm, consistent energy that comes from the Limitless, that was a side effect of the product and really the competitive edge this gives you. And so we want this as an afternoon pick-me-up. And then evening, Dr. T will tell you that Reload is one of the strongest anti-aging products on the market. Literally, you're going to take this at night and you're going to wake up younger than when you went to bed. It's great for your joints, your skin, your cellular integrity and structure, your muscular. You know, this is something that is an incredible product. And really, by putting these products in this order throughout your day is literally going to give you the best day yet. This is going to help you set up your day. We're stacking these ingredients to give you the best day. And so that brings me to the next point. Every great plan in the industry has a sample program that is not only effective but simple. We wanted something so simple that a dog with a note in its mouth could do it. Now, as you look at the packaging here, you'll see on the front side here, there's no branding, no Xango, no XALO. Your best day starts in 3, 2, 1. And as you open this up, we're going to do something that made Xango so great in the early days. We're going to empower you as leaders, as individuals, as storytellers to tell your story. So as you open this up, you're going to see morning, afternoon, and evening, and literally there's no science. We're not talking about the ingredients. We're not talking about anything other than the stories behind these products. So when I hand you a sample, because remember, if I say too much, you're not going to be interested. And if you're not interested, I've obviously said too much. So literally, all I want you to do is tell your story, hand them the sample card. They're going to see the stories themselves. As they open it up, they're going to see morning, afternoon, and evening. They pull out the sample sticks. There's a QR code here. There's also a URL that they'll be able to go to. But the QR code is actually going to take them to this video that I want you guys to watch right now. It's ready. We're rolling it out live. The sampling program's live today. So check out this video. You're going to love it. I absolutely love it. Let's check it out.
On your mark. Get set.
The first thing I did in the morning, get my Ignite and get the energy that I need for the day.
It has such a good flavor. I like the flavor of it.
I drink it every morning before I work out. I just feel invigorated. I feel strong.
You know, rejuvenated, ready to get going.
I wake up at 5:30 and then I have my Ignite.
You feel it right away.
And I work out for about an hour, start getting ready for the day.
They're going 4 different directions.
Typical morning. Very, very, very typical morning. Off to school, ready to go home and get some work done.
Love you too. Have a good day.
Thank you.
My favorite coffee costs $3. That's like $90 a month.
Keeps me going with my busy schedule.
Ignite is always the best way to go.
You know, I stay pretty energized every day. I really do.
Usually by this time I'm kind of slowing down. But I feel good. I just feel like I can carry on.
This time is the best time. I've been up since 3:30 in the morning.
Sounds like they're here. This is my daughter Amy and her daughter Kate, my daughter Ashley and her son Rex.
Occasionally I'm like this. I'm in my office. I've got to eat in my office.
Technically, my day is done after 8 hours of work. Now I'm ready to start the day all over again. I'm at university studying medicine.
It's already been a full day and I'm not ready for a nap yet, so that's good.
This is Justin and Oliver.
The good thing about the Limitless, it gives you like a constant energy through the whole day.
She's fun. They like to come over to Grandma's house and hang out.
Yeah, I would take it just a little bit before I pick up the kids, and then I can make it through the 3 o'clock slump.
It sure motivates me to stay young and active with this group of boys.
It's not an immediate energy rush like a sugar rush, like a caffeine rush. More gradual and sustaining.
A wake me up, a pick me up, ready to keep going.
Have a little bit of exercise and get your reload. You cannot go wrong with that. Very good for muscle recovery.
Basketball practice, scouts, and dinner time all at the same time. Everybody needs to go 12 different directions. Welcome to motherhood.
Oh, it's been a great day. How could I say it hasn't when I've got all those grandkids?
Wind down and have a little reload so that tomorrow I'm ready to face another day, another challenge with energy.
I didn't think I would make it through, but I made it. It's been an amazing day.
It's kind of a nice little treat at the end of the day, you know? I feel like it's something that sustains my energy and replenishes my energy. Best day ever. Why not?
It was the best day ever.
That was bad.
Wow, what an incredible video. Literally, people, when they watch this, they're going to know that if they don't take these 3 products in the next 24 hours, they're totally going to miss out. What an incredible video. Excited about this. So now I want to introduce you to the XALO 3D. 3 a day, give 3 away. Now, you guys know that the Ignite, Limitless, and Reload comes in box of 20 sticks. However, the regimen is a 30-day regimen. So we are now, in this pack, we're going to give you 60 servings of each. 30 days for you personally to take morning, afternoon, and evening, and then samples, because we got to become a product of the product. You're going to get samples. You're going to get 30 samples of each, plus 30 sample cards. And because the founders love you guys so much, in this kit, you're going to get 30 sample cards, 60 of the Ignite, 60 of the Limitless, 60 of the Reload, a water bottle, and we're going to include shipping and handling. And if you commit to 3 months, when you sign somebody up with this pack and they commit to you 3 months, and I'll show you the importance of that as we roll out the plan, they're going to get a free sign up. Retail is over $420. We're going to give it to you, including shipping and handling, for $259.99 with 200 PV. Now, I guarantee you, the first question that you just said out loud, can I put that on auto ship? Yes, you can, and yes, you should. You need this on auto ship. This is an incredible pack. Now, for some of you that are thinking, well, what about the XALO Ageless and the Xango Juice? The founders love you guys. Check out the XALO 3D Juiced. Here you go, 60 servings of each, 30 personal, 30 samples, just like before, but we're going to upgrade you with the case of juice and the Ageless. You are going to save $200. You're going to get free sign up with this pack, $499.99, 400 PV, over $700 retail, so you have a savings of over $200. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the XALO 3D Juice. This is an incredible pack. Again, you're getting the sample cards, 60 of each, the XALO Ageless, a water bottle, a case of juice, and the free sign up. This is an incredible thing that's going to impact your business. It's going to accelerate your growth. It's going to create the momentum. Now let's talk about how we plug those into the plan. Now this is something, as we talk about the number 3 and what it symbolizes and what it represents the principles of increased growth and abundance. It symbolizes synthesis and creation. And we really like that. And as Gordon, definitely talked about the power of 3 and talked about threes and everything that he's done over the last 12 years, The number 3 is so significant to who we are and to our success. And really what this does, and what the number 3 represents, is the next phase of Xango, the next 12 years of Xango, what we're going to do and how we're going to create the momentum that this company is destined for. So the power of 3 key products. 3 ways to win. Obviously, we got the retail, customers, distributors. We have a 3-month commitment, increase in retention, 3 distributors per month, 3 customers per month, 3-month growth plan. Now, how am I going to do that? We're going to do that by getting back to the fundamentals, the 8 steps. Here's the plan. And I know that for some of you, this is going to sound familiar because it is the fundamentals, but we're going to Xangofy it, and I'll show you how we're going to do that. Number 1, step 1, define your why. Jim Rohn always says that when your why becomes strong enough, your how becomes easy. We need to help you, teach you, help you understand to define your why. What is that going to do? And then we're going to teach you how to set big goals and little goals to align with your why. It's part of the success formula. Set goals, big goals, little goals. And then we're going to make a list. We don't want you to sit down and write 1,000 names or even 100 names. We're going to sit down and make a list of 30 names, and we're going to teach you the simplicity of sample and invite. So easy, and we've got some tools to be able to help that. And then number 5, press play. What is that? That's show the plan. Literally, it's so simple today to show people the plan that literally all you're going to have to do is press play on your phone, on your tablet, on your computer. We are going mobile. Yes, you just heard that. Number 6 is we're going to teach you and empower you with the tools to help you follow up with them. Again, this is going to be so incredible. 7, connect with the team. What does that mean? Everybody wants to be part of a community of like-minded individuals with the same goals, same passions, and that's really the importance of when you bring somebody new into the business, that we connect them with the team, both in your organization in the field, as well as it's the same equal importance as here at corporate. We want to get to know your people. We want them to know that so that they can be part of the environment. Number 8 is rinse and repeat. Now, as you look at the arrows on the side, why does it go all the way back up to define your why? I already know why I'm doing this, but I believe, and for those of you that have truly understood and worked the Xango plan, you'll know this as well, that when you do Xango correctly, you will outgrow your dreams and goals, and we need to replace them with bigger, better, stronger dreams and goals, because life is a progression. We're either progressing or digressing. You can't stand still. And so that's why we believe in the plan so much that we took that repeat and took it all the way up to the top, because this is a duplication model. Next, let's talk about the first 90 days when somebody comes into the business. Now, for those of you that's been with Xango for a while, great. I want you still to take out and start as if this is your first 90 days, because this is a plan of action. We got to get started today. So what can I do in my first 30 days? I can earn $240 a month. Month 1 target, myself. What do I have to do? Here's the simple steps. I commit to 3 months. I'm going to commit to 90 days. I don't want to become a statistic. I don't want to be part of that 70%. I just made a financial investment to start my business. I owe it to myself because I deserve a better lifestyle. I'm going to commit to the next 90 days. I'm going to enroll on AutoShip. I need to buy a Xango Rush ticket. Why? Because I need to be part of the community. And if I'm committing to the next 90 days, I will be here in September. I will experience one of the greatest events in the company's history, and more importantly, in my future. I've got to like Xango on Facebook. I want to be part of the social community. I want to start the plan, and the plan is the 8 steps you just seen, and again, we've got some tools and some other things that we'll talk about here in just a second. 3 a day, give 3 away. I become a product of the product. I'm sharing, I'm taking my 3 every day. I'm giving 3 away. Again, it's so simple just to hand out a sample a day. I'm going to sample 30 people. I'm going to show the plan 3 times a week. All I'm going to do is press play. Sponsor 3 new distributors. Some of you guys are probably thinking to yourselves, and you're already talking yourself out of it, but the reality is that it's just as easy to talk yourself out of it as it is to talk yourself into it. If I sample 30 people a day, it's going to be simple for me to show the plan 3 times a week. And if I show the plan 3 times a week, I guarantee you that you will find 3 new distributors. And as a consequence of that, I will find a minimum of 3 customers, because as I'm looking for distributors, I will find 3 distributors as a byproduct, or 3 customers as a byproduct of finding 3 distributors. We're going to plug into the weekly trainings. I'm going to talk about that. And because you're brand new, I want you to join the 1-2 call. And obviously this call tonight, or this webinar today, is taking place of the call. But join the 1-2 call, get going call. What is the results of doing that? I'm earning enough to pay for my products, and I'm feeling great because of them. That's the results. Literally, what we're doing is we're helping people get their results back so that they can literally earn enough to pay for their products. Now they're breaking even on their business investment. Let's go to the next one. Month 2. Yep, that number is correct. $665. All that is representing is the residual pay and power starts. We haven't even started to talk about everything else because we wanted this so simple. I'm going to go through the list, and as a result, I'm paying for my products and I have extra money to spend where I want to. Now, why is the importance of that? That $665, remember the statistic that I showed you earlier that 98% of the people who get to that $500 a month income are still actively building the business 1 year later. Now, let's look at the duplication model going into month 3. Yes, ladies and gentlemen, that is $1,400, over $1,400 a month residual. If I follow these 3 steps and I duplicate it in my 90th day, I can earn over $1,400, and the results, I'm earning residual income and I'm creating a future for myself and my teams. Action item. We want you guys to go out and get your XALO 3D pack today. You can choose the 200 PV or the 400 PV. And I want you to go out as soon as this webinar is over, and I want you to download the PDF. This is the PDF that's going to be in your back offices entitled The Power of 3. I want you to print it off. I want you to put it in your bathroom. I want you to put it in your kitchen. I want you to put it on your fridge. I want you to put it in your car. I want you to live the power of 3. I want you to teach the power of 3. I want you to show the power of 3. And if necessary, we'll use words, because this will become who we are, the power of 3. Print this out, use it, you'll love it. It's a great tool, and we can show in 90 days results. Now, some of you are thinking, maybe I can't run that fast, but just think about it. What if it took you 6 months to get to $1,400? What if in the next 90 days I could put $700 in your pocket? What if in the next 90 days you could take somebody that's down on their luck, that's struggling, that don't believe in themselves, and you can plug them into the plan, and in the next 90 days you could put $1,400 or $700 in their pocket? What would that mean? What would that do? Think about the empowerment that that's going to bring to the lives around the world, the people that need to see this. Okay, I mentioned weekly distributor trainings. These are going to be live. They're going to be high energy. They're going to be impactful. They're going to be 30 minutes every week. Every Thursday, you're going to see week 1. We're going to teach you, welcome, getting started. I'm going to go through for the 30 minutes, the first Thursday of every month, and I'm going to walk you through and I'm going to teach you how to get started. And it's important as you guys are working the plan that not only are you getting new people on these calls, but that you're coming back to these webinars and you're watching them. They're going to be live. Yes, we'll record them. I know some of you are going to be at work. Some of you are going to be traveling. Some of you are going to be out showing the plan. So they will be recorded, but they will be replaced weekly. So you're going to find out the importance of getting on them and watching them. There's that fear of loss there. Week 2, the compensation plan. We do not tout this enough. When we started this company, we touted that we had the best compensation plan out there. And over the last 12 years, we've bolted on some enhancements and we've added some things, and it may take a little bit longer to explain, but I will tell you, and I've studied a lot of different compensation plans out there. Think about it. We've got one of the strongest compensation plans, if not the strongest compensation plan in the industry. We've got a unilevel that is volume-based. It doesn't have any structure requirements. Trust me, I've worked stair-step breakaways. They're tough. I've worked force matrices, even tougher. And binaries, forget about it. You're only getting paid on the weaker leg. Literally, we've got the power of a volume-based plan that's paying out through a unilevel. Wow. But guess what? We're going to break it down into 3 different segments. We're going to break it down into fast cash, because if you're working it and you get in the business, we want to put fast cash in your pocket. The second training is going to be about residual pay, because if I'm doing the fast cash correctly, I will start earning residual pay. And as I start earning residual pay, that'll take me to the third part of it, again, power of 3s, which is the leadership pay. Fast cash, the unit level, the residual pay, and then the leadership pay. We'll break that down. We're going to teach it. We're going to make it so simple that in an elevator ride, you're going to be able to explain it. Week 3, the Xango story, the plan. We're going to get back to teaching people the fundamentals. This is going to be something that everybody's going to understand, how you do it, how you get the plan. This is the thing that we're doing. We're going to reinforce the positive behaviors that we need to help you be successful. And week 4 is probably going to be my favorite one. Of course, I love weeks 1, 2, and 3, but week 4, I remember in the early days of Xango, people standing on stage, people standing in front of a room, people standing in front of somebody for the first time and sharing their story of the Xango products. This is what we're going to do. We're not going to talk science. We're not going to talk about all of those things. I'm going to stand there and you're going to hear people telling their stories about what these products have done for them. And then we're going to link the science to those stories. So for example, Mary from Saskatchewan is sharing her story and the product does this. Hey, Dr. T, how does that product do that from a scientific perspective? So we're going to bring this full circle. We're going to teach you the power of telling your story. It's so important that we tell our stories about the products. Again, that word again, empower. Okay, today, this is what's rolling out today in the plan. 3-3-15, I love it. Both packs are available for sale, as well as we have a customer pack. We didn't go into the customer pack because, again, a byproduct of looking for distributors is customers. But there is a customer pack that's available so that you'll be able to do that. But again, we want you to go out today and get your pack. The promotions begin. What promotions? I'm coming to that in a second. Don't jump ahead. Both videos are live. Both videos? Wait a minute. We just watched one video. Yes, there's another video I'm going to show you here in just a second. And the weekly trainings starts in just 2 days from today. Thursday night, March 5th, 7 p.m. Mountain, 9 p.m. Eastern, 8 p.m. Central, and 6 p.m. Pacific. We're going to be able to start these webinars every Thursday night. Again, those are live. Those are going to be recorded. This is what's rolling out today. Now, let's look at April, because we're rolling this out in 3 phases. We have the My Xango Builder goes live in April. What is that? We have replicated websites. These sites are so robust, so simple, that you're going to love sharing them with your family and your friends and everybody you come in contact with. We've got social media tools that are going to make it easy for you. And I know some of you guys are out there thinking, I don't do social media. Well, guess what? This is going to do it for you. Lead generation tools, autoresponders that you can send out texts and emails from. And again, these are all going to be pre-scripted and easy. You just set it up once and go, and yes, we'll teach you how to do that. We've got a digital media corresponder. So instead of sending somebody to Google or to YouTube, literally you're going to be able to send videos, you're going to be able to send podcasts, you're going to be able to send PDFs, and you're going to get responses back to your phone or to your computer when somebody watches this for the first time. Tax deductor. I'll explain what that is, but it's a tax tool, and I believe that this is only available for the US currently, so sorry to our Canadian friends and family. However, tax deductor is such an incredible tool. It captures all of your receipts. You can file your taxes quarterly, annually. It calculates your mileage from GPS, but the thing I love most about it is that every time I open up the app, it's going to say, Ryan, because you own a home-based business, you are or were able to write off this amount this month. And the advantages of having a home-based business from a tax perspective. And guess what? Yes, I said it. We have a mobile app that you're going to be able to sign people up from, that you're going to be able to place orders from, that you're going to be able to show videos from, that you're going to be able to be excited about sharing, again, with your friends and family. And guess what? We've got a new corporate video coming out, something that Xango has never done before. It's a totally new flavor that is the perfect. I always talk about when you're checking out companies, you go window shopping. You need a commercial that explains in just a few minutes or less what we're all about. This video is going to blow your mind. You're going to be so excited. I guarantee you when it's launched, it will be trending on all of the social media sites. That is all coming in April. What's coming out in May? The app. We want to talk about the app. This is something that is so exciting. It's a prospecting app, it's a business builder, and it's a personal growth and development app. But let me just talk about this. This is exclusive to Xango. However, they took a company in our industry that was 30 plus years. They found 350 distributors in that company that had been with the company for 10 or more years because they wanted to show the efficacy of this app. So what they did was they looked at it and they said, okay, in the first 30 days, we want to see what your signups are doing. They increased by 28%. They said, well, let's look at it over 6 months. They increased by 70%. This is such an incredible thing. For example, if I give you an app, or I give you a sample pack and we meet at a Starbucks and I give you, hey, I just had the best day of my life the other day. I can't wait for you to experience the best day of your life. Here you go, take this, watch this video. But before I do that, I'm going to qualify you I'm going to qualify you before I give you the sample. I'm going to take your phone number and your email, and I'm going to put it in this app. Well, because I live the lifestyles of the rich and famous, because I'm a Xango distributor, I'm sleeping in tomorrow morning. But guess what? You're getting up, you're getting in your car, you're fighting traffic to go to work. But you're going to get a personalized text from me that says, hey, so-and-so, make sure that you start your day off right with Ignite, because you're going to love the way that it helps your body release that natural energy to start your day off right. But again, you're just barely rolling over to hit the snooze button. They're going through their day, and then in the mid-afternoon or midday, you're going to get another text from me that says, hey, so-and-so, don't forget to take your Limitless. You're going to love the competitive advantage that it's going to give you over your coworkers, your teammates, your friends, the mental clarity, the focus, the vision. Oh, and you're going to love the energy to finish off your day right. And then that night, you're going to get another personalized text from me that says, hey, so-and-so, I hope you've had the best day of your life. But guess what? It gets even better. Don't forget to take your Reload, one of the best anti-aging products on the market today. You're going to love waking up younger than when you went to bed. Boom. There we go. We sent out all of those auto texts from me to you, reminding you to take those products. But here's where it gets really cool. This is something that is exclusive to Xango. The next morning, we're doing this webinar on a Tuesday. Wednesday morning, you did your best day of your life. On Thursday morning, I'm going to get a reminder on my phone that says, hey, so-and-so had the best day of their life yesterday. Don't forget to call them and ask these 3 questions. Now remember, in sales, we never ask a question that we don't already know the answer to. And how simple is that? Not only am I teaching you and reminding you to follow up with so-and-so, but I'm also telling you what to say, because we're leading them down a path. We're going to teach you the business building principles and through the app, and then the personal growth and development. And all I'm going to ask for you is just give me the first 5 minutes of your day. That's all I want. Just the first 5 minutes of your day, and I can teach you success. And again, this app that's exclusive to Xango will be alive and ready to roll out in May. So some incredible things coming up. Well, it gets even better. iPads, fortune, and fame. So we want everybody to jump into this, to grab a hold of the plan, to start running, to start today. So for those of you, which was going to be all of you, right? Yes, shake your head yes. If you could see me, you were shaking my head yes. Purchase a XALO 3D or a XALO 3D juice pack. You plug into the plan, and you go out and sponsor 3 new distributors. You're going to get put in for a drawing. And guess what? I know Janelle Crane's thinking to herself, how many times can I get my name in the drawing? You can do it. Every 3 new distributors you get, you're going to get your name in the drawing. You can get your name in the drawing as many times as you want. And through April and May, we're going to do a drawing for all of those people to win an iPad mini. And I shouldn't say win, because you're earning it, but you get an iPad mini. And then we're going to take all of those names and we're going to put them in a big pot over a 3-month period, March, April, and May. Power of 3, gotta love it. All 3 qualifiers, and then we'll draw a name, and the person who wins that is going to earn 3 nights in Las Vegas at Xango Rush, 6 Xango Rush tickets, because guess what? You want to take your new distributors with you. Backstage passes, VIP seating, the VIP experience that you've never experienced before, iPads, fortune, and fame. There's an email that's going to be going out right after this webinar that you need to watch. You're going to love it. Absolutely love it. It gets better. Live the life that you deserve. And I hope that as we went through the slides today, that each and every one of you truly believe that not only do you want a better lifestyle, but you deserve it. And with Xango, we're going to help you get it. So guess what? We are going to travel the world together. We're going to see some incredible things. The first incentive trip that we are going to is where? The Mexican Riviera. I hope as you look at the pictures here, you can see and feel the warm sand between your toes, the water, the wonderful tropical drinks that you're drinking on the beach, the wonderful lifestyle, to be able to travel with the Xango family around the world. We're going to the Mexican Riviera. Who can qualify for this? You can. Everybody. We want incentive trips that when somebody comes into the business, the first thing that they're focusing on is not only building a business, but I got to get on that next trip. We want the brand new person all the way up to the 500Ks to earn their way on this trip. How? Tune in. It's all going to be point-based. We're making this so simple, so easy, because we want literally hundreds of people to go with us. When? January 2016. Well, that's a little ways away. Here we are in March, and we're talking about January 2016. Well, guess what? We wanted to give you 9 months to earn this trip. So you get from now, March 3rd, all the way through November to earn this trip. You're getting 9 months to qualify for this. And now, you keep hearing me talk about plural, trips. Guess what? We are going to be an incentive trip driven. People, I want you to focus on getting new people into the business and helping them earn the trips. And not only do I want them to earn the trips, I want you to earn the trips with them so that you can go experience this and go enjoy the lifestyle that you deserve. So where? The Mexican Riviera is where we're going first. Who, you, how, tune in. Again, email that's going to be coming out shortly after this webinar today. You're going to have all of the details that you need, when, and guess what? Let's watch the video of how this is going to work.
Been anywhere fun lately? Or maybe we should ask, been anywhere fun for free lately? We're talking about dipping your toes in the surf, sipping a fruity drink with a paper umbrella, and dancing as much or as little as you want to. Sure, it's a cliche, but it's a warm, delicious, magnificent cliche, and it's just as amazing as it's supposed to be. If you've never been to Paradise on Earth, please know that it really is everything you're dreaming of. And if you have been, please know that it's just as glorious as you remember it. And it's really eager for you to come back. But even more than all that, Paradise on Earth really wants Xango to pay for your visit. Go to Xango.com/paradise. Talk to the person who sent you here and learn the simple steps to get you started. Oh, and start packing a very small bag. You don't need to bring much for your trip to Paradise.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, we're about ready to wrap up here. I appreciate you taking the last 45 minutes or so with us. But I just want to share with you a short story to really emphasize the importance of where we're going with this. There was a guy by the name of John Jones. John Jones went to the airport to check in for a flight. He gets his boarding pass on the flight to 2:20 flight to Boston. And as John Jones is walking through the airport, he's thinking about his days, thinking about his business, he's thinking about all of the things about his upcoming trip. And as he's walking through the corridor, he sees over in the corner a fortune teller weight guessing machine. So he thinks to himself, I've got a few minutes to kill. He walks over to the machine, throws in a few quarters, climbs up on the machine, and outspits a ticket. Says, your name is John Jones. You weigh 188 pounds, and you are on the 2:20 flight to Boston. Now John thinks to himself, who would invest the time and money and energy to play a trick on me like this? So he gets off the scales, he walks around the corner, he puts on a hat, pulls it really tight over his ears. He's like, this has got to be a fluke. He walks back, climbs on the machine, puts in a few quarters, and it spits out a piece of paper. It says, your name is John Jones. You still weigh 188 pounds, and you're still on the 2:20 flight to Boston. Now John is just, he's going crazy. Now if this was a woman, she would have taken the first paper and went to the gate and been just fine. But us men, we've got to figure this thing out. This thing is crazy. So John's like, I'm going to trick it. So he goes into the bathroom, changes his clothes, puts on a different hat, walks back to the machine, pulls the hat down really tight, climbs onto the machine, outspits a ticket. Your name is John Jones. You still weigh 188 pounds, and you just missed the 2:20 flight to Boston. Now, I share that story with you because, ladies and gentlemen, we presented to you the plan. We've got a 90-day rollout plan. We've got a plan that we are going to create the next big wave, not only in Xango, but in the industry. People are going to stand up and take notice at what we're doing. People are going to be excited about this. We are going to create more millionaires in the next 10 years than we did in the first 12 years of this company. We are going to create, we want to become the company that's known for creating 1 million thousandaires. We want 1 million people every month earning $1,000 or more through our pay plan. I know we can do this. And so what I'm telling you, the reason why I tell you the story about John Jones is I don't want you to miss this flight. I don't want you to miss this ride. I know when the opportunity came to me that I needed to be on this plane because it was getting ready to take off. We literally have the 2:20 plane to success. Xango's getting ready to take off. I'm giving you your boarding pass in the form of the power of 3, the plan. All you got to do is make it down the corridor and get on the plane. The plane's getting ready to take off, and here we go. Joe, I couldn't be more excited. It's your time. It's our time. The time is now. Ladies and gentlemen, I hope you believe it. I believe it with every fiber of my being. I'm ready to go. I hope you're ready to go. Joe, what do you think?
Ryan, so exciting. I love that webinar. I love the simplicity of it. I love the fact that anyone can do this. So we got 3 action points, right?
Absolutely.
Let's go over these action points. Number 1, okay? Watch the video. Go to the website. You got the details from Ryan on the webinar. Go to the website, watch the video. Get to know it, because this is what they're going to use, right, Ryan? This is what they're going to be introducing to people.
Every day, every day. The plan is a daily mode of operatum. We have to do that every day.
Number 2, get to know the plan. Okay, not just the video, but get to know the plan. There's the power of 3. Put it out, print out the PDF, put it in your office, put it on your fridge, put it in your car, wherever you need to look at it daily and understand it. Get to know it well, because you're going to be the one doing it. And so you need to understand it, understand the different points that Ryan went over, and so that you can put it into practice, right?
Yes, sir.
Okay, number 3, get the packs, okay? There's 2 options, a 200 PV pack, a 400 PV pack. Choose, but move forward with getting the pack. See, the key is your team's going to do what you do. So you need to do the plan, not just be a product of the products, which is important. We know that you love the products. We all love the products. They work, definitely, but become action-oriented with the power of 3. So as you move forward, your team will move forward. Correct, Ryan?
Absolutely. It's so important that you guys start today. Don't wait till tomorrow. Start today, because when you start today, you start the plan of action. You start those first steps to success. You start those steps to showing your team that you're ready to take action. And you wouldn't be on this webinar if you wasn't a leader, if you wasn't ready to take action. Let's take action now, because when you plug into the power of 3, it will set you free. I like that.
Ooh, I like that.
Yeah, it's good.
That's good. So, right like we did in the beginning, guys, focused on 3. You heard my brother talk about this 12 years ago, and here we are coming back to that main point of 3. Power of 3, everyone. Make it a great day. Take off with the plan.